Alright everyone, let's try to solve another question about data science or ML interview question. It's Python question, the same skipper. So this was a question. There is a link I also share with you in the description. That's why wait, sorry. Okay. You are given a n-to-n matrix. Your task is determine if the matrix diagram is shaped where all the elements each diagram from the top left to bottom right of the same strip. So strip that is this is the identical. In this content, each of diagram step top. Okay, this was a question about return the truth if diagram is the same. Okay, let's try to be understand in a simple way then you can understand easily. Let's don't look the solution first. Let's try to understand the question. Then you can look at the solution. Whatever. Let's try to be creative. Screenshot. Okay, let's try. Okay, this is the question. We need to find this. Let's try to define. Let's start with second column. So we need to find this column, and this column is same. If equal, in both are the same, then we write down true. And next we need to find out this column and this column and this column is true, then we also return the true because we find out this matching, then we say okay, it's fine. But we need to find out this column and this column and this column is fine, then we feel this, oh, this is also right. And last we match this, then if you see this everything is matching, so we return this true. But let's try see, but we see this column and this column is not matching, then we return this false. So this is the question about that. Oh, it looks like her, and how can we solve? But this is mathematical logic. Let's see how can you understand the question first. Okay, let's try to understand the level 1. Remember what the kind of pattern is this. So we are dealing with a 2D matrix. This is a 2D matrix. Thus we work with that. Is a 2D matrix. It's created 2D matrix is one row, two row, three row, and column, one column, two column, three, and four column. Okay, this is column and this is row. Okay, let's try to just see diagram running the top left, bottom, and bottom right. Top left means this is our top, and this is our left, and this is our right bottom. Okay, I hope you understand. Bottom. Checking the element, each diagram are identical. Okay, our task is this is the diagram. Sometimes call it a main diagram. Top, top left to bottom right diagram. Important concept: all elements in such a diagram share same, like a column, row. Okay, a row column. The hidden mathematical key, but the understand is visually first. Okay, now first need to understand this. Okay, the problem is was like we are not checking row column one big diagram. We checking every diagram straight. Okay, each diagram straight must be contain identical value. Example 1. Let's try to be example and you will understand more better way. I feel is a visual. Okay, let's try to be. This is our 2D matrix. This is our matrix, and we need to find out how. We need to find out the 0 0. Okay, 0 0 is 0 column 0 row. Mean is column 1 and row 1. Okay, this is 42, and we need to second is column 1 row 1 is 42, and then is last, and 42 is matching. This is diagram and equals good. Now checking diagram string is 0 1. This means this is the column and row is 1. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. This column row is 1 and column is 0. So this is a 0. So After we match like this way, we find this is match. Whoa, this is fast. Good. Then we try to, if one's diagram makes this number, return false. If one is not matching, then we can return false. But there is everything is matches, so we can easily return the true. Let's try to the big inside. Okay, level 3. Here to break the idea, instead of checking the E diagram manual, we can compare the call is the one above left, because in the diagram we must be equal value then. So this is our logic. Okay, this is logic. So we try to be matrix row and column equal row minus 1, that means lost number of the matrix, and column this equal. We try to be this loop using, and why? Because this is element is one diagram above the left. When the chaining the logic inside the diagram, it must be element. So problem is simple, compressive. This is the element solution. Okay, after we find it this way, how to algorithm think. Let's try to be understand the algorithm how to think. We need to start with 1, not a 0. Start with a 1 column, not a 0 column. Okay, row. Why? Because 0 and 0 column will not be have to above the left neighbor. Okay, this is the problem. We don't have to list like left. Okay, this is not the neighbor. This is not the neighbor. This is not like fine. I hope we understand left neighbor. Current and stop neighbor. Okay, any misses return false, and let's finish the checking, return true. Let's simulate example. We have this number like the same as we try to be 0 0 1 1, like 1 1 versus and 0 0. We can find this both the same, then we return true. And with that again we try to 1 and 2, like again, and 7 and 10 7 is work, and then this and this is work. Like this one is the first loop, and we find this everything is same. Then we try to again looping this one loop, and it's until this end. Okay, everything is perfect. Then we like this. We have this name. Okay, we need to find this two example. This is not work, so we just find why this element is more need collection is not text and non-complex text complete. Everything is work. So understand the question, understand the solution code, not be think about like that. Okay, understand this is the question. Why does this completion is the only limited of Python diagram? So because equals string, if this one is true and this one is true, so if one b equal and b equals string, so this is what. So big idea first, we want to top left to right must be considered in the number instead of checking the well tagging manually. If every let's break it line by line. Okay, let's try to be understand. This is the okay. This is we need to be less than matrix length is a row and 0 is a column. So this is matrix 0 and column. We find this column is 4 and matrix. We have the matrix 1 2 3 is 3. The column is 3 times and it will be 4 times. Okay, this is the purpose. So for loop is using for loop is 1 not be 0. Why? We already have this concept because of the compared with the last time. If there was 0 and 0, there is a trouble neighbor. So escape this first one and we try to be 1. Start with 1. There is no neighbor, so we try to be 1, and this loop work with there is a 3 times, so 1 2 3. Okay, and then we work in the 4 times, so before. Okay, let's try with the skip now. If R C none is minus 1, then false. If not work is not matching everything, then we return false. Compare this one. This was visual experience. How can use work? Let's see. And after all access, we return false. It's not work. Then we return true if nothing fails. So this is already was my history, and this is our all solution. I hope you understand. This is our problem solution. Okay.